For the 1 in 5 Americans who live in rural communities, a cancer diagnosis can mean driving hours just to see a specialist. Fewer than 6% of U.S. oncologists practice in rural areas, and an estimated 60% of rural counties lack an active general surgeon. The American College of Surgeons Commission on Cancer aims to change that with a new rural accreditation category that brings evidence-based quality standards to rural hospitals while tailoring requirements to reflect their available resources. Joining us to discuss this is Dr. Ronald Weigel from the American College of Surgeons. Good morning, doctor. Great to hear from you.
Thank you. Wonderful to be here. Thanks for having me on your program.
Absolutely. So what are the biggest barriers rural cancer patients face in accessing high-quality cancer care close to home?
Yeah, access to high-quality cancer care is challenging in rural communities. And what the American College of Surgeons Commission on Cancer seeks to do is to bring that high-quality cancer care to those rural communities so that patients can get treated closer to home.
So how does the accreditation improve cancer outcomes, and what does the research show?
So research has clearly demonstrated that if patients are taken care of at an American College of Surgeons Commission on Cancer accredited hospital, they are much more likely to receive the recommended treatment, which translates into better survival. And so there are pilots that we have been involved with, both in Iowa and in Kentucky, that have shown that if rural hospitals become accredited, it improves the recommendation of treatment that patients receive and translates into better quality. So what we're doing with this program is to bring a rural Commission on Cancer accreditation to rural hospitals across the United States.
I think this is fantastic, doctor. We have a lot of rural communities right here in mid-Missouri. What does this new accreditation category mean for rural hospitals that have struggled to meet accreditation requirements in the past and for the patients they serve?
Right. So the American College of Surgeons Commission on Cancer provides them with a playbook, basically showing them and teaching them how to take their limited resources and invest them in a way that actually translates into improved cancer care. And what we've seen around the country is that hospitals that become accredited also see an increase in cancer populations because we give them resources to take care of patients and provide things that they weren't otherwise able to do.
This is great. What can patients in rural communities do right now to ensure they receive the best available cancer care?
Well, so what they can do is they can see what hospitals are accredited in their area. So you can go to facs.org/rural cancer, and there you can find a list of American College of Surgeons Commission on Cancer accredited hospitals that are close to you.
Doctor, I'm glad we bring this up because we have so many communities here in the Springfield, Missouri area and our surrounding areas, and I know that working with the American Cancer Society, they even have programs to try to drive people from their farms to have treatment every single week, and it's becoming increasingly difficult to find volunteers to even help these people get to hospitals.
Right. Well, so absolutely. There are a number of programs to help improve that. And what we're doing with the American College of Surgeons Commission on Cancer is helping to create a network that efficiently takes care of those patients to make sure that they get the high-quality care that they need for their cancer treatment.
Absolutely. Sir, where can people go to learn more information about everything we've talked today?
Well, so there are a couple resources. One of them is through the American College of Surgeons, which is facs.org/rural cancer. That website will give a lot of good information about receiving quality cancer care in your rural community.
Thank you so much for what you're doing, Dr. Weigel. We appreciate your time this morning, and we're excited about this program and helping so many people in rural communities.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me on your program.
Absolutely. Have a great day.
Bye.
All right, friends, don't go anywhere. When we come back, we're going to try some new summer treats from Andy's Frozen Custard.